So today, I want to talk about my life in dealing with alcohol. I was an alcoholic, have been an alcoholic, am an alcoholic, will always be an alcoholic, I suppose. Haven't had a drink since October 24th, 2012. But it took a long time to get there. So I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. I don't remember alcohol being like a big part of my family life. Like I knew my dad drank, and I knew there were like some family members who drank, but it wasn't like always around. It wasn't a main focus of family gatherings and stuff like that. But I think the first time I remember getting drunk, I was 12, and I drank. We were at we had an exchange student from Mexico living with us, and it was like the end of the year, and all the kids were getting ready to go back home to Mexico. And so they had like a going away party for all the exchange students who came here. And it was at somebody's house out in an outer ring suburb. And, you know, it was a bunch of kids, and I was there. I was young at 12, and there was most of the kids there who were like 16, 17-year-old kids who were the exchange students. And it was a bonfire and your typical Minnesota backyard fire and having a good time. And, you know, then, and I'm sure now, alcohol, you know, kids having beers at a house party where parents are around is a normal thing, and it's accepted. And so there were beers around. And I remember there was Stroh's beer. I don't even know if that's still around. Shit beer. And I don't remember how many I had, but enough that I woke up not feeling right the next day and ate pancakes that somebody made. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Alcohol wasn't around like that for me to be getting into. Then 15, I started smoking herb under the bridge, under the Hennepin Avenue Bridge on my 15th birthday. Me and one of the homies, he knows who he is. Shout out to DC. And then it was like 2 years there, 15 to 17, where I smoked weed probably every day. And we would drink here and there, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I don't remember me always needing to drink until I was 17 and periodic. So between 15 and 17, when I was smoking a lot of herb, towards the end of that 15 to 17 period, I started getting like a little bit of panic attacks when I would get stoned. And I didn't know that it was panic attacks then. So I would freak out, I would get really scared. And so much so that one time I called an ambulance on myself and ended up going to the hospital, and turned out it was just a panic attack. But I was terrified. So I quit smoking herb. I was like, I can't do this. It's gonna kill me, even though now I wholeheartedly know that's not the case. But that was when really like alcohol became real big in my life, and I started drinking more. It would be like every weekend we were drinking. I was drinking 40 ounces, and like then one 40 ounce would have me annihilated. And so that would be like an every weekend thing. And then it would be like sometimes during the week in school, we would drink Bacardi Limon and Sprite, which is why I could never, as an adult, couldn't drink Bacardi Limon because we drank so much of it in high school. Excuse me. Yeah, it's crazy now to look back on some of these things and think about how I now realize how panicky I would get if I knew that it was coming close to the time where the liquor store was going to close and I hadn't found that over 21-year-old person to be able to go for me that night, and how much anxiety that would cause me. It's crazy to think about it now. And just like how much I was already hooked on that feeling of like how much grandiose bullshit, you know, machismo, people think alcohol gives them